Hi, this is Roopa Prasad, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, MITS College. Today we are going to discuss about the concept called as cryptography. So first we discuss the contents of this cryptography. So first we are going to discuss about the basic concepts, then we go for the model of network security. Then we discuss about the types of cryptography. In that we discuss in this presentation, we discuss about the symmetric encryption. Later we go for the cryptanalysis and brute force attack. Then we discuss about the types of attacks on encrypted messages. First we will discuss what is cryptography. So cryptography is it is a science and art of securing communication and data through the use of mathematical algorithms and techniques. Actually, whatever the data is transferring from one device to the another device, that data has to be protected. Okay, that we have discussed in the previous presentation. So, in order to ensure the security, this cryptography is being used. So, this cryptography is nothing but it is a science and art of securing communication data. That means the data which we are going to transmit, that data has to be secured by making use of mathematical algorithms and techniques. So, what this cryptography is going to do means it enables a transformation. That means whatever the data we are going to transfer, that is a plain text, that text has to be transformed into ciphertext so that nobody can be able to view the data, can be able to understand the data in such a way that only authorized parties can decrypt and understand the original message. That is the main thing that is going to happen in the cryptography. Cryptography enables us to transform the plain text into ciphertext in such a way only authorized parties can decrypt and understand the original message. So here in this cryptography, we have three main concepts are there. So first one is called as the encryption and second one is called as the decryption and the main thing is called as a key. Okay. So what is encryption? Encryption is a process of converting the plain text into ciphertext using an algorithm and the key. Whereas the decryption, the reverse process of encryption. So what we are going to perform in cryptography means you are going to transform the data so that the data should be in a non-readable form. Okay, only authorized users can be able to decrypt the data. So for this purpose, we require the encryption algorithm in order to transform the plain text into ciphertext, and we require the decryption algorithm in order to transform the ciphertext into plain text. And in order to perform these two algorithms, we require a key. Okay, and this key is a secret key used in encryption decryption process. So, by making use of the key and algorithm, we are going to convert this plain text into ciphertext. In the same manner, the process of decryption, we are going to use the same key and the same algorithm which transforms the ciphertext back to plain text. So, this key plays an important role. So, this key is called as secret key that will be used in both purposes, that is encryption as well as the decryption. And this key can be symmetric or it can be asymmetric. Symmetric means what? The same key will be used for the encryption as well as the decryption. Whereas asymmetric means we have a pair of keys. One is called as the public key and private key. With one key we are going to encrypt and with the opposite key we are going to decrypt. So that is a basic things we are using in cryptography. We require the encryption, decryption algorithm as well as a key. And now we discuss about the model of network security. So this is a model of network security. Here the communication is going on between the sender and the receiver. Sender has to send the data and the receiver has to receive the data. But this data should be transmitted in secured manner. For this purpose, we are going to transform the data. We are going to transform the message to the secure message by using the concept what we already discussed, that is the encryption process. So by using encryption process, we are going to transform the original message into ciphertext. That is a message into secure message. And this secure message are in the transmission. Okay. The secure message in the transmission. At the receiver side, the receiver receives the secure message. That message has to be decrypted in order to get the original message. The recipient is going to perform this task. So in order to perform this transformation, we require the secret information, that what we call it as a key. Here also, in order to transform the ciphertext into plain text, we require the secret information that we call it as key. So this is the information channel, and this is the sender and receiver, and there is a trusted third party which is going to share the secret information between the sender and receiver. So by seeing this model, we can understand how the network security can be provided. Network security means protecting the data that is in transmission. So how we are protecting the data? By transforming the data. By using the encryption algorithm, we are going to transform the data into ciphertext, and by using the decryption algorithm, we are going to get the plain text from the ciphertext. Then we go for the types of cryptography. Actually, what we discussed, there is a key which has to be used for encryption and decryption, and this key can be symmetric or asymmetric. So a symmetric key means only one key will be used for both encryption as well as the decryption, whereas asymmetric means a pair of keys will be used for encryption and decryption. Based on the key, we have a different types of cryptography. So one we call it as a symmetric cryptography, and the one we call it as a asymmetric cryptography, and there is another one that we call it as a hash function. So what we say, we have three types of cryptography. One is symmetric, asymmetric, and hash function. So symmetric cryptography means here it is going to use a single key for both encryption and decryption process. Only one key will be used for both purpose, that is for the encryption process and the decryption process. Same key will be used for the encryption and the same key will be used for the decryption also. And that we call it as a symmetric cryptography. And some of the examples are DES algorithm, which is nothing but data encryption standard, and AES algorithm, that is advanced encryption standard, and blowfish. So these are the some of the algorithms that are related to the symmetric cryptography. Whereas coming to asymmetric, asymmetric means we have two keys, we have a pair of keys. So this cryptography, what it is going to do, it is going to take a pair of keys. Okay, one we call it as a public key, and another one is called as a private key. So every device in the network is having a pair of keys. One is called as public and the one is called as a private. Okay. So if we encrypt the message by using the public key, then that message will be decrypted by using only its private key. Suppose the sender has encrypted the message by using the private key of its, that is a sender's private key, then the message can be decrypted by using the public key of the sender only. Okay. So what I mean to say is one key is used for encryption, the opposite key is used for decryption. That we will discuss in detail in the next presentation. So here common algorithms are there, that is RSA algorithm, ECC, and algorithm. Okay, these are some of the basic famous most popular algorithms for the asymmetric cryptography. And the third type of cryptography is making use of hash functions. So hash function means it is one-way mathematical function which is going to map the data of arbitrary size to a fixed size hash value. What it means hash function is a function. Okay, what we say, it is a one-way mathematical function. That means we can produce the output only. By using the output, we cannot get the function. Okay, so here what the hash function is going to do means it is going to take the message of variable size, whatever may be the size of the message, that message will be mapped to fixed size hash value. That is the importance of hash function. And this hash function, common hash functions are SHA-256 and MD5. These are the most popular hash functions that we are going to use. Then we go for the first type, that is symmetric encryption. Actually, we discussed we have three types. One is symmetric cryptography, asymmetric cryptography, and hash function. In this presentation, we just have a basic idea of the symmetric encryption. In the later sessions, we go in detail. Okay. So first talking about symmetric cryptography, or we can say symmetric encryption also. So it is a form of crypto system in which encryption and decryption are performed using the same key. That means same key will be used for the encryption process as well as the decryption process. Okay. So what happens means if you want to transform the data, it can be transferred by using encryption algorithm. If you want to get the original data, it could be get by using the decryption algorithm. So we have to use both encryption algorithm as well as the decryption algorithm. So encryption algorithm uses a key as well as the decryption algorithm also uses a key. Here in symmetric encryption, what happens? Same key will be used for the encryption process and the same key will be used for the decryption process. So this symmetric encryption is also called as conventional encryption. So symmetric encryption is also called as conventional encryption. So what it is going to do means it is going to transform the plain text into ciphertext using a secret key and an encryption algorithm. Okay, so what the encryption algorithm is going to do? It is going to transform. It is going to transform the plain text into ciphertext by using making use of a secret key and an encryption algorithm. So, using the same key and decryption algorithm, the plain text is recovered from the ciphertext. That is going to happen in the symmetric encryption. Next, we talk about attacking done on the conventional encryption system. That is attacking done on the symmetric encryption screen. Attacking means what? Violating the security measure, that we call it as a attacking. So, why this attacking is done means in order to recover the key. In order to recover the key, not in order to recover the ciphertext. Can you understand? This is not of use. If you want to recover the plain text from the single ciphertext, it is not of use. So, what this attack main purpose of attacking is used to recover the key, recover the key. So, in there are two approaches for this attacking. One is called as a cryptanalysis, and second one is called as a brute force attack. Okay, one is called as a cryptanalysis, and second one is called as brute force attack. Okay, so first we discuss about cryptanalysis. So this is a cryptanalysis. So cryptanalytic attacks rely on the nature of the algorithm plus some knowledge of the general characteristics of the plain text or even some sample plain text and ciphertext pairs. Okay. So what is meant by cryptanalysis? These attacks mainly depend on the nature of the algorithm. Okay. By knowing the nature of the algorithm, and they should have some knowledge of general characteristics of the plain text. So crypt analysis. Crypt means algorithm. You can say what is a crypt. Crypt means algorithm. Analysis means analyze. We are going to analyze. We are going to know about the algorithm, and from that we are going to get the key. Okay. So this type of attack exploits the characteristics of the algorithm to attempt to deduce a specific plain text or to deduce the key being used. This type of attack can be used to get the plain text or to get the key. Okay, in both cases, we are going to get the plain text. That means we are going to get the plain text or we are going to get the key by making use of, by exploiting the characteristics of the algorithm. That we call it as a crypt analysis. In the name itself, we can say crypt analysis. We are going to analyze the algorithm that is being used in order to transform the plain text into ciphertext. And another type of attack is brute force attack. Okay, in brute force attack, what the attacker is going to do means he is going to try every possible key on a piece of ciphertext. We already know that a key will be used. Key will be used in order to get the convert the, that means transform the plain text into ciphertext. Okay, so we are having the ciphertext. From this ciphertext, we want to obtain the plain text. So what the attacker will do means attacker will try the every possible key on the ciphertext in order to get the plain text. Okay, if he got the plain text, then he is success. Okay, on average, half of the all possible keys must be tried to achieve the success. At one time, he is not going to get the success. By making a number of attempts, he may get the success. That is called as a brute force attack. So there are two types of attacks on symmetric conventional or symmetric cryptography. One we call it as a cryptanalysis and the one is called as a brute force attack. Cryptanalysis means understanding algorithm, knowing the characteristics of algorithm. The attacker is trying to find out the specific plain text or to find out the key that is going to be used. And whereas in brute force attack, what happens? The attacker is going to try all possible keys to get the plain text from a piece of ciphertext. Then we go for types of attacks. Types of attacks. There is cryptanalytic attacks on brute force means nothing but trying all the possible key combination, that is called as a brute force. For example, brute force attack means trying all possible combinations. For example, if the pin is if the that is a key is of four alphabets, then what the attacker is going to do, he is going to try all the alphabets, combinations of all the alphabets, and he is going to get the plain text, get success. Okay. So here now we discuss about types of attacks on encrypted messages. So cryptanalytic attacks. So cryptanalytic attacks are mainly based on amount of information known to the crypt analysis. Who is going to perform the crypt analysis is called as a crypt analyst. So script analysis to what information is known to the crypt analysis. Based on that one, we have the type of attacks. Is it clear? So the types of attacks, okay, are based on the amount of information known to the cryptanalysis. So these are different types of attacks. One we call it as a ciphertext only. In this type of attack, what is known to the cryptanalyst is he knows the encryption algorithm, then he must know the ciphertext. Then only this attack can be possible. So in this known plain text attack, what the attacker is going to have knowledge means he is going to have the knowledge on encryption algorithm. He is going to have the knowledge on ciphertext, and one or more plain text or ciphertext page formed with the secret key. And another type of attack is chosen plain text. So here, the what is known to the cryptanalysis is encryption algorithm, ciphertext, and also plain text chosen by cryptanalysis together with its corresponding ciphertext generated with the secret key. So by having this knowledge, we can have this type of attack. So in this type of attack, that the attacker is going to have this type of knowledge. Then the next attack is chosen ciphertext. Here, the attacker must have the knowledge of encryption algorithm, ciphertext, then ciphertext chosen by cryptanalysis together with corresponding decrypted plaintext generated with the secret. And we have a last type of attack that is called as chosen text. So here, what is known to the cryptanalysis is encryption algorithm, ciphertext, plain text message chosen by cryptanalysis together with its corresponding ciphertext generated with the secret key. Okay, so by having this knowledge, we can have this type of attack that we call it as a chosen attack. Okay, and this material is prepared by using these references. And if you want to give any feedback of you, or if you have any queries, you can give the queries to this form. So thank you.